it's a great pleasure to welcome to What's Next Paul Basson, who is the Chief Financial Officer at Taropa Technologies, as well as Samantha Swanepoel, who is the Operations and Service Manager. Now, Taropa Technologies is a dedicated business solution aggregator in office automation. They provide quality products, professional services, and value-added support to their dealers, their network in Southern Africa. And since their inception in 2007, Taropa has developed a concrete understanding of its clients' requirements and the ever-changing market challenges that influence the way which they conduct business. Taropa keeps abreast with the latest product development, user trends, service requirements to ensure that they provide the best solutions that are focused around their clients' needs. Now, in addition, flexible finance solutions, service levels agreements, technical and sales support are offered as significant business tools which allow their clients to grow and succeed in their own respective trading. Now, Paul and Samantha, it's lovely to have you both. Paul, I mean, you guys are such a fascinating company. Do you want to dive a little bit deeper in who is Taropa? I just touched on the outskirts there, but you guys do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's right, Aki. Thank you very much for the opportunity and being here on this platform to introduce Taropa to the audience. So Taropa, as you mentioned, we're a specialized company and we're part of a larger group of companies. I'm not going to touch too much base on it, but just to give some background on the group, is we employ over 1,000 staff members, and our turnover last year, last financial year, was over a billion rand. So yes, and we've been incorporated in 2007, so we've been in business for 15 years. So we're not new kids on the block. We understand the market and the business. And as part of the bigger group, we're very proud of our level 1 BE rating that we received last year in November. So yeah, I think that is in a very short nutshell that the background of the group and the company. We also specialize, as you mentioned, in managed print solutions, and we only sell B2B. That meaning we don't sell to the end user, we sell to the dealer base that in turn then sells to the end user. And what's quite nice, Aki, is that HP has entrusted Taropa to sell their managed print devices into the broader market that wasn't previously available to the dealer base out there. And I think just to mention a little bit more, so we've got a national footprint as well. We've got over 200 extended partners across South Africa. And we also have the rights to sell the management print solutions of HP into the rest of Southern Africa. That's basically the SADC regions, which is commonly known around the thing. So I think, in a nutshell, I don't think I want to elaborate more of the company, and I think your introduction was almost spot on.
Yeah, but Paul, you guys have got a very wide footprint, which I mean is pretty impressive. That you cover most of the SADC area. In fact, you cover all of the SADC area. You've got a network across South Africa, focusing on those managed print solutions and services, as you mentioned, but B2B. And I want to bring Samantha into this here. Samantha Swanepoel, what are managed print services?
Okay, so MPS, as it's commonly known, is basically an end-to-end management of your print fleet. Right, this is ensuring maximum uptime of your device and reducing risk. Now, possible risks that you're going to encounter is availability of consumables, spares, getting the right technicians out. Those are risks that does affect customers when they've got devices. The perception, however, in the market is that MPS is only for your large organizations, and that's not the case. You can have a managed print solution on just one device. The suitability of it and the benefits of it is your cost reduction, right? Because you're going to have a service level agreement that is going to protect you. In that service level agreement, you're going to have all the benefits, which Paul will touch on later on. But a massive benefit is cost reduction over a 3 to 5 year period. Okay? Management of the fleet is done either by Taropa or our extended partners. When I say by Taropa, Taropa has got a specialized service department as well. And this is purely to assist dealers that want to focus on sales. They don't want to outlay capital with having a technical team, and this is where Taropa has invested And we said, right, we'll be there to assist our dealers that just want to focus on sales. And it's one of our value adds, right? It's one of the many value adds that we'll touch on as we're going through. It is, however, important to note, MPS is always on a service level agreement, always. Okay, so it is contractual business. There will be a service level agreement attached, and the hardware can be purchased using a rental agreement. It can be an outright purchase if you so choose, or it can be on a rental agreement, thereby extending your costs. You know, it's not going to be a once-off cost. In a nutshell, that's your managed print solutions.
Okay. And I get you guys have been in this for a long time, so you understand the business, you understand what the risks are, you understand what your customers are doing, you understand what the trends are, so you can advise accordingly. Paul, why should businesses choose HP's managed print services?
Well, Aki, that I mean, HP as a brand, I think it speaks for itself. I mean, they're one of the global vendors out there, been around a very long time. They are extremely focused around security, and I think that's always been cyber risk, even nowadays, working from home, people going remotely into networks and stuff, and that's something where HP is extremely strong, is on the security side. Further to this is the expansion and the ability to read the market and to change the way that print needs to happen in the future, and to make sure that they carry on with the global trend. And the other nice thing about HPs is they're not just a print house, they're very focused around sustainability, being environmental ambassadors to ensure that whatever that they produce and whatever they put out into the market is not damaging the environment, and also incorporate the communities where they have footprint, and also ensuring that the partners that they partner with are the right partners that will be ambassador for their brand, and also make sure that it is service to the level of what they expect. So they're very strict on who they appoint, and they're very strict who they make their partners, and that's why we're very proud to be one of the partners that's been appointed by HP to be one of their brand ambassadors. So I think I don't want to elaborate on HP and HP Print. I mean, it speaks for itself, the brand.
No, absolutely. And I must say that I'm glad you touched on the sustainability part, because, you know, I've been following with a great deal of interest, you know, companies that are, you know, saying that they're doing sustainability and what they're demonstrating that they're doing. And HP is one of those organizations that's really impressed me with their sustainability, especially in the print sector. You know, I mean, printing has been very strongly criticized in the past in terms of sustainability, and I'm talking about across the board, but HP is certainly demonstrating their sustainability, and that, for me, is a pretty big thing. When you look at the benefits, and I want to come back to the managed print services and ask both of you this, when you look at the benefits of using managed print services, what would you say they are? I would imagine that cost is obviously a big factor in today's world, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely, Aki. I think, and I think that's where there's a misperception on managed print services, and I think Samantha quickly touched on it. Managed print services is for everybody. With the global thing of the pandemic, I mean, there's a lot of homeschooling going on. So even if you homeschool mom and you have a kid, the print volume that goes through there, even managed print services is a benefit to them. So I think, as you mentioned, cost is one big benefit, but I think budgeting is a huge benefit, in the sense of you can budget monthly. You don't have this quick one expense where you have to buy toners and it costs you an absolute fortune and it's not in your budget. So managed print service is basically, as Samantha mentioned, it must be on an SLA. So it's a service level agreement, and the service level agreement is attached to a cost per copy. So they call it a CPC charge. So you basically print and you pay per page. So for every print that you make, you pay 8 cents, 9 cents mono, in some cases 30 to 40 cents color, depends on what device you have. But you can track your prints. You know exactly basically what your bill is going to be at the end of the month. The other benefit of this SLA and what includes in your CPC, or your cents that you pay, is your toner, is your management spares, is your labor on-site and off-site, and also warranty support. So the risk basically moves to the dealer or the extended partner to ensure that your print device or your fleet is up and running at least 95 to 99% of the time. And I think that's where the greatest benefit is. In saying that, I mean, it's always a headache if you have a printer and you have to do something urgently and you run out of toner, and then you can't find the toner because it's in retail and there isn't stock. So that basically takes away all that. If the hardware breaks down, the technician comes to your door and fixes the device if it can't be done remotely. You don't have to take your device into a service center or find a reputable service center. You don't know how long it's going to take. There's no time attached to the repair. With an SLA, there's an agreement and it has to be done within a certain time. If it's not done in that certain time, if it can't be repaired, in most cases, the extended partner provides a loan device. So you never have downtime. And I think that is the most important thing, is the reliability, the cost reduction, but I think also you can focus on your business, or you can focus on your kids if you're a homeschool mom. You don't have to worry about your printer. That is your extended partner, dealer's wallet, to ensure that you're up and running all the time.
So Samantha, no surprises. You know what you're in for, you know what to expect. So there's no surprises when you've got this kind of SLA, which is fantastic.
Look, it is. And I actually want to touch on, you mentioned surprises. I'm in operations, so we don't like surprises of any nature. One of the things that Taropa is providing to our partners, our extended partners, is a software. So for a minimal fee, our extended partners can purchase a print monitoring software. Okay, this software will give the partner visibility on the device and supplies, and this can be done remotely. Very key, remotely. So you have look at your own print environment. You've got a printer that's down, it's now needing toner. Proactively, our dealers or Taropa itself will be able to monitor this, and before you get to that point where your toner is actually depleted, we will issue out a new toner. Okay, this in turn minimizes your downtime because it's giving us proactive alerts. It's giving the extended partner proactive alerts. In result, you've got an increase in fleet performance, you've got enhanced productivity, and reducing IT costs, right? Because you're not going to have, I mean, you would know, person phoning the IT department saying, I don't have a toner. And it's just all the administration around that. Again, it's coming down to costs. It's keeping everything flowing. It's keeping that whole machine going seamlessly without impacting that end user. I mean, Aki, I'm sure you would know, you get to a printer and there's no toner. It is one of the most
feeling in the world.
Frustrating. It is so frustrating. And I'm telling you this from being in a print environment. I lose it when that happens. So I can only imagine what, a customer would be going through with that. So this is just to give that overall perfect solution to the print fleet.
Okay.
I think, Aki, I just want to maybe also mention there that for your bigger corporate environments, print managed solutions, we're talking about a smaller business, but your big businesses can track the usage of every employee. It minimizes prints that's just lying at the printer. So the out prints and you never go and fetches it, and you get these piles and piles of paper that's being wasted. So all this is also incorporated in this software, and it's built for your bigger corporates as well, to actually save not just costs on not running out of toner, but also into reducing needless paper being wasted that's printed and never collected, and in that case also toner and usage on the machine. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys certainly have got that. The size of your organization says a lot about who you're able to support, what you're able to do. And I guess that comes into the benefits of doing business through Taropa, right? Is that you've got that experience, you understand, you've got the software, for example, that comes embedded into what you guys offer. But I think the fact that you're so big and you're able to offer the bulk of being a big organization and passing down the pricing, and I guess those are some of those benefits. What other benefits are there that you want to touch on doing business through Taropa?
Aki, so yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit more from a dealer perspective and not an end user, because we do B2B. I think that is very important for the audience to understand. They can contact us if they want to get in touch maybe with one of our dealers and have their experience. But to be a dealer of Taropa, I mean, there's huge benefits. And the fact, one of the bigger benefits is HP is our brand. I mean, that is one of the strongest brands, and most dealers you can only get the managed print devices from Taropa. So that is a huge benefit. And then other things which we quickly didn't, which you also touched on when you did the intro, is we part of a group company. So in this group of companies we have in-house finance capabilities. So we can assist the dealer with rentals for his end customer. So if the end customer qualifies, we can do the rentals through Taropa and through our group companies. We do free delivery throughout South Africa. So I mean, you place the order, we deliver. And I think being part of the Times, we have a specialized dealer portal, so with your own login. So you can order, if you are authorized dealer of Taropa, through the portal. So you don't have to send in a PO, and it doesn't have to be communicated. So if you want to send an order at 12 o'clock at night, you can just go onto the portal, quickly place your orders, and the next day it will be processed and delivered to your door. I think the biggest thing that most dealers love about Taropa is our exciting incentives that we run. Pre-COVID, and when traveling was allowed, when we went to Spain, we planned a trip to Ireland, which unfortunately didn't materialize because that was in the middle of COVID. But we're running nice incentives, take a lot, so everything that you buy from us, we give you points, and at the end of the day, the dealer convert those points into take a lot vouchers, and then he can go and buy what he pleases. And for the sales staff, for the dealers, I think the greatest thing is sales vouchers that we give them. So there's always some kind of sales voucher attached to hardware, and they absolutely love it. And they sell the hardware, and there's a 2,000 Rand cash card, which you can basically buy anything from. So, I mean, they love it. We also have a marketing portal that specializes and is equipped with all the required information to sell these devices. It's got all the brochures. We provide templates to our dealers so that they can just fill out the prices to make their marketing much easier, so that they can focus on selling and not the administrative sides of it. That can be posted on LinkedIn and Facebook. So we provide quite a bit of information and guidance to our dealers. And I think that's quite nice for the smaller dealers to deal with Taropa, which is a one person starting up a new business, doesn't have sales capabilities, doesn't have a marketing department, and he just wants to focus on selling. And this is where we add a huge benefit to those smaller companies. And I think that's why I want to maybe ask Samantha just to touch on what's the benefits from a service point of view, because MPS is service. Selling the machine is one thing. The most important thing of MPS is your day-to service. If you fall flat on your day-to service, the MPS whole program falls apart. So this is where service plays a major role.
Okay, so my service team is, I would like to say, and I'm probably going to get shot for this by the sales side, but I think it is the backbone to sustain the relationship with the customer, right? I've got a dedicated service support team that provides both on-site and remote support. Now, I touched on the monitoring system. That makes the remote support key, because, again, with COVID, you don't actually want to place your staff at risk. You don't want to have these exorbitant transportation costs, your logistics costs of having them go back and forth. So that does come in handy. So we've got remote and on-site support. It can be provided by both Taropa as a service company or by our extended partners. We also ensure that our extended partners are fully accredited. All right, now accreditation is very big in HP's world, especially for devices that are in warranty. You want to make sure that you've got people that are trained to work on those devices, and as a value add, we now provide that training and accreditation. So we guide our extended partners through the training, through the accreditation. We also give training and accreditation both face-to-face and remote. So we've got HP certified trainers on site that would actually provide this to our extended partners. Taropa also offers warranty support. Now, I think, and this is across all brands, one of the biggest pain points is calling a call center to go and log a complaint. So what Taropa's done is created their own warranty support center. Instead of calling a HP call center and being put on hold because it's such a massive organization, they would contact us, much smaller, more personalized, and we would actually support them through the warranty process. We would log the call, we would get the technical staff out there. All of that is provided to the extended partners as well. We have a retail division within the service team for spares. So those extended partners that actually do service in their base, and they are needing spare parts, maintenance parts, to be able to keep these devices functional, they can purchase it through us. And that, again, one of the many value adds of the service division. We've got a software support team. So as much as we sell a print monitoring system, we also have a level 1 support team that sits here. Should our extended partners encounter any unforeseen situations, they can then contact the software support team, who's going to give them that dedicated one-on-one attention, guide them through the issue, help them to be able to solve the problem. Now, a big thing to mention, and I think Paul did touch this, day 2 is very important. For Taropa, it is critical. What Taropa has now focused on is the after-sales support. And in order to do that, I can tell you that we've put massive investment into the service team. So this is to make sure that our extended partners and our own service team has the best capabilities to be able to support these HP devices, right? We want those end users to stick with the brand. We want them to be happy with the purchase. It's as simple as that. You want to keep them happy with that purchase, and that's where the customer service and centricity comes in. Look, if you're thinking about MPS, we're talking about service level agreements. We're not talking about a 1-month agreement. The relationship has to be maintained between 3 to 5 years. So that after sales support is critical, and this is where the service team comes in. This is where all those added or value adds come in. And I can say, Taropa as a whole, we can be very proud of the support that we're providing to our extended partners, be it in supporting the sales companies or in providing additional support to those technical teams out there as well. And like I said, we can be very proud of that, and we'd love to be able to partner with more companies going forward.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, those are certainly compelling benefits, especially in such a critical service like managed print services. It needs to be done properly. You guys have got the right support, the right customer experience right throughout. Samantha Swanepoel, who's the Operations and Service Manager at Taropa, and Paul Basson, the Chief Financial Officer at Taropa. Thank you so much to both of you for joining me on What's Next and telling me more about Taropa.
Thank you, Aki, for having us.
Thank you so much, Aki. Really appreciate it.